I'm going to show you how to boost Halls of Lightning from level 75 to 80, giving a solo boosty with heirlooms up to 1 million experience per hour. I will show you my gear, talents, and pulls. And with that said, let's jump right into it. Alright, for my gear choices. I am stacking as much block rating and block value as possible to lower the amount of damage I am taking to enable my pulls and the ability to recoup my health when or if I get stunned with Judgment of Light. At the time of this video I had 42% block and it's pretty comfy. If you don't have over 30% block, you may need to break the pulls up into smaller packs until you can get a feel for the amount of damage you can take. For weapons, you will want to grab the highest base damage weapon you can find for all the Reckoning procs and parry haste. Here are the recommended talents for this boost. This is mostly standard, but there are a few things I would like to explain. The first thing is Stoicism. The Reavers will stun you, and this is mandatory to reduce the duration of that stun. You also want to pick up Divine Guardian. This buffs your Sacred Shield, and if you have boosties in your group, you will also be able to use Divine Sacrifice as a damage reduction cooldown. With 5 of 5 Reckoning, you should have nearly 100% uptime because it procs on blocks as well as when you take damage while stunned. This will give you more Judgment of Light and Seal of Command procs when you start attacking again. For glyphs, you will want Glyph of Hammer of the Righteous for the extra bounce damage, Glyph of Divine Plea to take 3% less damage at all times, and Glyph of Salvation as another damage reduction cooldown. Whenever you enter the instance for the first time, the first boss will always start and patrol the same way. The way I set up my pulls plays around where this boss is and where it will be in its patrol. Start the first pull by taunting one of the Reavers and chipping them with some damage as you head down to the pack at the bottom of the ramp to the right. Rocket boot back up to line of sight and start your plea and wings as they arrive. Your kill priority will always be the Reavers first, since they are the ones that stun. Be liberal with your Hand of Salvation and Hammer of Justice to lessen the damage you take until all the Reavers are down. Once all the Reavers are dead, I change targets to the highest HP mob every time Judgment is up. By having Judgment of Light on multiple targets, you can multiply the number of procs you will get. When you are starting your second pull, the boss should now be pathing away from you on the right. You will now go and grab the 3 technicians on this side of the ring with Taunt and Avenger's Shield. Make your way back to the other side of the ring, and this is when I ping my boosties with a ready check notifying them that it is now time for them to come to my platform to AFK for the rest of the run. As I get to the platform, I bubble and back into this corner to force them all into melee. Whenever you get stunned in this spot, the Skycallers will stay in melee rather than backing away into ranged. Again, we will roll our damage reduction cooldowns and take care of the Reavers. If you're getting bad stun RNG, don't be afraid to keep yourself afloat by switching to Seal of Light. To start pull 3, we're going to collect these 2 technicians and head down the ramp. Throw your Avenger's Shield at the far right pack and rocket boot down the ramp. We're going to use this line of sight to collect everything at the bottom of this ramp. We're going to wings and start bursting down the Reavers. Roll your defensive as you need and just repeat what we were doing before. Alright, we're going to walk along the wall to get the Skycallers into melee. Again, don't be scared to switch to Seal of Light to keep yourself healthy. Now for the rest of the dungeon, we have 3 variations you can use depending on your lockout timer. This first variation is the fastest, and I recommend starting with this one when you're learning this. This one includes 0 bosses and splits the upper and lower levels of the elementals in half vertically and in 2 poles. You're going to use Fire Resistance Aura and Seal of Light. Roll your defensives and keep Judgment of Light on your current target. If you're struggling, you can focus the Blistering Steam Ragers or use a Resistance Flask. On the last pull, we're just going to do the reverse of the first pull, and starting from the top, we're going to pull everything from the other side to the front and just repeat the same process to knock down all the elementals. For the one boss variation, we're going to gather everything from the lower and mid levels and leave 2 to 3 packs up for the next pull. This can get very sketchy, so make sure you use all of your defensives and focus the Blistering Steam Ragers if possible. Always be attacking the target you have Judgment of Light on. If your gear just isn't quite there yet, you may opt to split this up into smaller pulls or kill a couple mobs before adding more to your pile. For the next pull, which includes the boss, gather up the rest of the elementals on the upper level and switch to Seal of Command. We're going to use our wings here and use the extra mobs to feed our mana and Reckoning to make quick work of the boss. For the 2 boss variation, it's almost identical to the 1 boss, except now we leave up even more of the elementals to pull into the second boss. I choose to leave one of the packs on the mid level to grab on my way out. The first boss that we're going to kill here is identical to the 1 boss variation. We're just going to grab the rest of everything that's out in this upper level and pull into the boss. For the last boss, grab whatever you left up and rocket boot out to the boss, which should be right in front of you on the ramp if you're on my timing. The lieutenants put a big heal over time on the boss, so make sure to either silence the cast or focus them down first. They are your first priority. This is the slowest of the 3 runs, but if you're against the lockout, there's no reason to not have this available to you to extend your runs a little bit. And that's it. Now you know how to boost people from 75 to 80 in Halls of Lightning. Remember, this is just one of many dungeons you can use to boost. So if you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more guides like this. Thank you for watching and happy boosting.